Hi all, I am Dr. Siti Rusdayaziz from Center for Mathematical Sciences UMP will share with you the second topic in Econometrics, that is simple linear regression for Econometrics model. There are 5 subtopics in this chapter as listed in this slide. In the economic model, we are interested to study on the relationship between variables to describe the average behavior of economic and systematic relationship between variables as represented by this general model. In this model, y is dependence variable, x is the independence or explanatory variable, beta 1 is the y-intercept, and beta 2 is the slope of the regression function. Beta 2 describes the average change in the y for each unit change in x. The model then will employ data of x and y in studying the relationships between variables. Let's look at example 2.1. In this example, we want to study the relationship between household income and expenditure on food, where y here is weekly food expenditure per person, y, and x here is the weekly household income. This is x. Recall the methodology of econometrics. The first step is to construct the statement of economic theory. So, for this example, the statement from the perspective of economic theory will be the average weekly per person household expenditure on food depends on household income, which is the economic model represented by this equation. The definition of expected value of y given x, beta 1 and beta 2 are defined here. This model is known as the foundation of an econometric model for household food expenditure. This graph shows the probability density function of food expenditure at x 1000 and y and x equals to Rm 2000. After we construct the statement and model for economic, then the second step is to specify the corresponding mathematical model. Okay. Based on the economic model here, okay, based on this economic model, okay, it shows that the variables of x and y here are linearly related. Means that this model is related to the general linear mathematic model, which can be written as y equals to mx plus c, or the statistical model, that is y equals to beta 1 plus beta 2x plus e, and this model is known as the simple linear regression model. Then the next step in the methodology of econometrics, that is to specify the econometric model. In the econometric model, the relationship between variables describe the average of economic behavior and its random error as shown by this model. This means that The econometric model consists of a systematic component and a random error component. In this model, Y is dependence variable, X is independence or explanatory variable, beta 1 is the y-intercept, beta 2 is the slope of the regression function, and E is the random error term. Note that the random error represents all factors affecting Y other than X. These factors cause observations Y to differ from the mean value. In order to make econometric model complete, there are some assumptions on the model must be satisfied as shown in this slide. Okay, there are 6 assumptions for the econometric model as listed here. An econometric analysis can provide answers to some important questions which provide significant information for decision makers. Let's continue to example 2.1. In this example, the important question will be, if weekly goes up by RM100, how much will average weekly food expenditures rise? Or maybe another question that is, could weekly food expenditures fall as income arises? Or how much would we predict the weekly per person expenditure on food to be for a household with an income of RM1000 per week? From a business perspective, if we are managers of a supermarket chain, we must consider long-term plans. If economic forecasters are predicting that local income will increase over the next few years, then we must decide whether and how much to expand the facilities to serve the customers. Or we plan to open franchises in high income and low income neighborhood. Then forecast of expenditures on food per person give an indication of how large the stores those areas should be. That's all for topic 2.1. See you in the next topic. Thank you.